Rex here, welcome back to the channel Rex Tactics. Today I'm on the Blackpool Branches route to drive 2 Papa 07 from Ormskirk to Blackpool South in the Pacer. So yes, this video will see me drive from Ormskirk to Preston, and then part 2 will see me drive from Preston to Blackpool South, which will complete the 1 hour journey. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so we are in the chocolate brown and cream skipper Pacer livery. We'll just get the Pacer set up and we'll show you. I did forget to stay in the seat when doing that. So we will wheel this to Blackpool South. Turn this on. We'll also wheel this to Blackpool South. There we go. And here is our chocolate brown and cream skipper livery. We are 142016, so not too bad. Also doing this on early evening because why not? Right, we need to set up camera angles. Very easy to set up on the Pacer. Not worried about where they are, just more if they get the good detail, you know what I mean? Alright, done. So just checking that the instrument lights are off. We don't need destination light. We've got our wipers just in case. Everything is in good order. Obviously, because it's set in October, we won't have any windows open. We might put a cab heater on. Because why not? Okay, let's get ourselves going. Just checking that we were recording. That would have been catastrophic otherwise. But we are on the road to Burscough Junction. Well, should really say track, but the saying is on the road, so yeah. Have we got a full Pacer? Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely full. Maybe a few seats where there's just one person sat on it, but all in all, pretty much full. So not too bad. So as I mentioned, this part will see me going between Ormskirk and Preston. We'll be stopping at stations such as Burscough Junction, Rufford, Croston, not Croston. Then we'll be at the Midge Hall token exchange before Preston platform 1. So not too bad at all. Also,
the next station stop is Burscough Junction.
We got that. So it's going to be nice travelling through here in the autumn scenery. Might also be a good opportunity to grab a photo mode, maybe. Try and see if we can grab one at Rufford. Rufford's always nice when it's like this. There's what's classed as the single yellow signal. It's nice, actually. It's about where the barrier on that side goes. What about this side? Oh, about here, yeah. And of course we had to do this video in the Pacer. I mean, we do have the option to drive the 101, but nah, I'd like a second generation diesel multiple unit for the job, and the Pacer does just fine. Bounces around everywhere, but wouldn't be the Pacer if it didn't. Alright, so Burscough Junction is just coming up on the distance meter now. We'll have to slow down and stop for it. Okay, so the plan is to put in a bit of step 2 brake, not too much because we don't want to lose time. Just nudge it back to step 1. And see how this goes. We should get a lovely stop. We are going to be slightly late, but I'll take slightly late rather than 15 minutes late. I'm sure the passengers would agree. And here we go. There's Ormskirk's disused platform. Sorry, Ormskirk, I mean Burscough Junction's disused platform. Where is my head at today? Probably because I'm recording this at nearly 6:30 at night. Had a busy day today. Oh, that person came a bit too close, didn't they? And there we go, it is sorted. Just gonna sort out a route collectible. These are the signs that you must fix. Not too bad, not too bad. Just make sure everybody's safe from loading. And let's get going. Oh, yeah, of course. Off to Rufford. I am very curious as to why there's some sort of fence around there. Maybe there's a track that went that way at some point, or I don't know. It looks incredible. Also, we got this disused part of the bridge as well, the canal underneath. I'd like to see. At some point, there was a track that went off that way. I wonder where that used to go. I wonder. There's also a bit of track that goes underneath us as well. I'll just quickly go and show you that. There it is. Not sure if it's a main line. It probably might be, but I'd be interested to know where that used to go, if anybody knew. Likewise.
The next stop is Rufford.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So we do have cab lights, heated screen if needed. Might just turn that on actually. Have wipers. We have a gear hold if we need it. Compressor speed up just to make sure that the engine works. We'll have a lot of crossings that we'll be going through soon, so you'll be hearing the horn of the pacer quite a lot. Excuse me. I'll try not to cough too much in these videos, however, it is kind of impossible not to. We were just overspeeding there. Just making sure we only use low tone for about 3 seconds. You can sometimes do it for 5 seconds, but it depends on your train operating company and their rules. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about trains, because I don't. But some of the things I have picked up from Dad Rail. So, he's a very good YouTuber. Do check out his YouTube channel. Likewise.
The next station stop is Rufford.
Well, yeah, technically,
The
but...
next station stop is Rufford.
I keep going.
The next stop is Rufford.
We're not going to get it, are we?
The next station stop is Rufford.
Oh, come on.
We'll shortly be arriving at Rufford.
There we go. That's what we were wanting. That looked like there was another Pacer train there in the Greater Manchester Passenger Trains executive livery. But no, just the autumn trees in the distance. And here we are into Rufford. Didn't I tell you this looks lovely in the autumn? See if we can just go a little bit ahead. There we sure can. Even the camera starts bopping up and down as well. It's funny. Some things you just don't realise or take notice in. Okay. Let's open up our doors and get passengers on. Whilst doing that, I will be taking our photo mode shot at Rufford. See if we can sort of, oh, I don't know, maybe getting a bit of the trees, perhaps? Try and get like an aerial shot or something. Yeah, definitely. Try and not ruin this too much. Actually, I tell you what, that is a good shot. There we go. Oh, hang on. Just open up the doors again because we do have to wait for something. Oh no, the loading time's actually 2 minutes here. That's cool. Just caught up with time. So the time that we did fall behind on at Burscough Junction, we've now caught up with here. Let's close that. Hopefully in the new version of the Pacer that's coming for Cardiff City Network, gets the iconic slam with the bi-leaf fold doors. I'm really hoping that they have got that, because that is the most iconic part about these Pacers when they get a little more later on into their life. At the moment we're in their early days, so it'll be nice to see some battered workhorses, as the Pacers were, with their bifold leaf doors.
The next stop is Croston.
Off we go. So we are losing passengers now, that's a good thing. Got loads of these stuff on the side. Blackpool Branches, I know, was a train symbol 4 route, but even now does not cease to amaze me. Such a good route. If you haven't got Blackpool Branches, I highly recommend it. And if you don't want it just for the Pacer, have it for just the countryside, really. I mean, I know you can get this on routes like Oversharp and whatnot, but Blackpool Branches offers a unique, back in the British Rail countryside type of vibe. Same with Overshot, but with Blackpool Branches there's more stoppers for it and everything like that, so there you go. Worth buying the route, trust me. Oh, got another W board. Sound whistle. That's usually what it means, but we haven't got whistles, we got horns. However, it's still the same to this day, so why change something that technically still works? Oh, had a little pond there. Lovely stuff. Got a bridge there. Another crossing coming up for Croston. Did you get it? Yeah, I'll stop now. As we slide into Croston, I'd like to give this opportunity to say that if you're enjoying today's video, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We are working our way up to 500 subscribers and we are currently sat at 438 at the time of recording. So if you haven't yet subscribed, go on, get yourself subscribed. Just gently pulling in.
We'll shortly be arriving at Croston.
Just remember to do that as well. Hey, no way. No. Nah, it just didn't happen. I'm gonna have to play this back and see if that was a perfect stop. I'm really gonna have to play that back. That to me looked like it was a perfect stop. I can't have been. No way. If it was, I tell you. Gotta be good driving my favourite train. Gotta be. Right, let's get going. Signal MLO2 is next, along with Midge Hall Token Exchange. I think we shall, yes. And this is good because you can see both parts of the train moving as well. And by the way, it's normal to be on this side and see that part shake, but not this part. That was one of the many illusions that the Pacer kind of owned. So, for those of you who are thinking, nah, that doesn't look right, I can definitely tell you that does look right. Alright, let's start slowing down. Right on after that signal there. Just gently, not too harsh with the brakes, you definitely don't want to be. We'll also have this as well. Flyby. Nice place they got here, like. cruising at 30 miles an hour. It is a go via location, but we do have to stop at the signal. So just to remember that. If you're new to the route, obviously. So there we go, Midge Hall token exchange. Lock this window open. And we'll give back the token to the driver. When we're going to Ormskirk, the signal person will give us the token. When we return from Ormskirk, we will give them back the token. It just proves that the line is free for the next train. So, there's the token, sir. And let's get going. Leaving Bob in the dust. Bye, Bob. And off we go to Preston. So yeah, if you're wondering if Midge Hall was an old station on the route, you'd be correct. Disused though. I reckon it would have been given a name like Midge Hall Exchange or something. Or just Midge Hall. Yeah, this route used to have 2 tracks that went down here back in its heyday. Not anymore.
The next stop is Preston.
Just to remind our folks that we are going to be going to Preston as our next stop. And then in part 2 we'll continue along the way to Blackpool South. So now what we have is a lot of farmers travel paths that go across the track, you know, various different crossings. Then we're going to be met with a 60 mile an hour speed restriction and then a 20 before we are joined on the West Coast Main Line. We'll travel on the West Coast Main Line for a small amount of time before we move into Preston, where the end of today's video will be, and then we will then leave the West Coast Main Line for stations like Solwick, just covering maybe about a mile or so on the West Coast Main Line. Of course, we do have West Coast Main Line Overshot and the upcoming new Just Trains route, West Coast Main Line Preston to Crewe. So it'd be nice to see when we do those Preston to Ormskirk and back services, if we can sort of then jump from that route that we're on now to the Preston to Crewe route and run a service to Crewe. Be nice. Excuse me. So start slowing down for the 20. May use a little bit of step 2. I've obviously done this way too late. Over 10 mile an hour's late. Honestly, it's easily done. Obviously, we have a little fan up here. There you go. So we've now joined on the line that allows trains to go off to Colne and other places in and around Manchester. We're then going to be met with a speeding off pacer, perhaps to Victoria, Manchester Victoria. Not too sure, it doesn't really say. Wish it did, but never mind. We'll soon be at Preston, so that's alright. And now that we're on the West Coast Main Line, we will remain on the slow line, whereas the fast lines will be reserved for the more faster services. Of course, our small little pacer here can only go 75 miles an hour. This will be reserved for 110 mile an hour speed operations. These two lines here. Got the early evening sun coming down on us there, bearing its beautiful light, especially with the autumn trees. It just gives off lovely, oh there we go, 47 going through. Yeah, especially with the trees, it just gives off that lovely vibe. Right, we're going to have to be down for 35 miles an hour. Where we will have a look, see what we've got in there. We've got another pacer, two of them by the looks of things, none bearing any custom liveries. I would have known by now. But here we go, let's start slowing down just that tad more. Yeah, they are all in their provincial liveries. Might see some GMPTE ones, but they'll probably be the Blackpool North to Manchester Victoria services, most likely. But here we are into Preston.
We will shortly be arriving at Preston.
And there we have it. Alright, so that was our journey from Ormskirk to Preston in the Class 142 Pacer. I sincerely do hope you enjoyed today's video. Please do comment down below what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. Leave a like and I will see you all in the next video. But until then, see you all in part 2.